Either one, it is currently the 26th of May 2016, and this right here on your screen is our first tropical depression of 2016. It has been a quiet one out there, actually in the top 10 as far as records go in the longest dry streak between tropical systems. And in fact, this is still ongoing because this is not a named system. I'm not sure if I explained that correctly, but still, this is not a named system. It is a tropical depression according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. Minor one at that, still being labeled Invest 90W, so you might have heard it being called that as well. Right now, moving towards the northwest, about 10 knots, pressure at 1,004 HPA. Really, though, there is no track out on this storm system. There is no expectations for it to become a named storm. You can see there in the impacts, that's really going to be the big thing out of this is heavy rainfall across southern China and Luzon. Now, southeastern Asia, the Philippines, and including the Indochina Peninsula, you really want the rain. Dry season has been atrocious this year. Vietnam and the Philippines, state of calamity and the state of emergency issued in some of these areas due to the severe drought that's been ongoing. So rain is a great thing. Southern China, not so much. Rainy season has already been a fairly rough one out here, and more rain definitely could be just making this situation all that much more worse. But we take a look at the forecast here with the ECMWF model. This is using the Meteor Earth app. Highly suggest taking a look at this if you're into good meteorological tools, especially ones that display things rather decently. You have the winds here. You have the precipitation there in the blue. Really just towards the right of this storm system where it is pulling in that river of moisture from the south. Around Hong Kong, you're definitely going to be seeing the heaviest precipitation as we go ahead through your Friday into Saturday. This is just going to continue to stream that in. The west coast of Luzon, you could be seeing some of these scattered showers out there, but more so as this does drift off there towards the north, it could start kicking in some of that moisture coming in out of the Philippine Sea and more so pulling it out from the east. So overall, scattered showers expected across the Philippines. I did get a message in the Westpac weather inbox, somebody asking me, where is this going to be coming on shore and is it going to be impacting the Philippines hard? And as I said in every single post, and I already mentioned it once in this update, this is not expected to become a named storm. There's no track on it. More so, it's just this precipitation, and it's going to be scattered out here towards the east. But as I said, it's a good thing, and you really need the precipitation. If I was in Hong Kong or much of Guangdong province, that's really where you're going to be getting the hardest impact as far as total precipitation. Tropical depression. In fact, this is the total accumulation outlook over the next 72 hours with the ECMWF, so that same model you were just looking at there with the Weather Bell platform. You can see actually just that river of moisture very clearly actually when you take a look at the total accumulation where it happens really over the South China Sea, Hainan, and even extending off there towards Hong Kong around Guangdong. But also look back towards West Cambodia and Vietnam, you're getting some much needed rainfall, and some of that could be extended off there towards Luzon. Manila, I think you're going to be missing out on the worst of this. Most of the precip is going to stay just there towards the west. Now, another question is, well, is it going to develop further? Well, there's a few things working against it, being wind shear. This is sitting under a nice 10 to 20 knots of shear. It's enough to kind of keep it at bay. It's not going to totally tear this thing apart, and that's why a tropical depression has been formed. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center, in fact, has put a tropical cyclone formation alert out on this. But if we just take a look at the wind shear there, you really can see that there's just enough to kind of keep this at bay. There is plenty of moisture though, and that's what this graphic does show you right here. Satellite imagery, the morphed microwave imagery from the University of Wisconsin. Areas in darker reds just indicate more moisture, and you can just see this is just a river pouring in from the south. So despite this having enough strength to not having enough strength to become organized in a rotation sense, it definitely has a lot of moisture to work with as far as bringing heavy rainfall. As far as where it's going, as I mentioned that question earlier that I got, will it hit the Philippines? Everything points to no. Even at this close circulation, it's just going to drift off there towards the north, around the western side of the Westpac High back here towards the east. You can just see the lines right in here, our streamline analysis. Yeah, this should just drift slowly off there towards the north, getting wrapped up with the rainy season front. is dominating much of southern China, extending across Japan today. There's our tropical down there towards the south, our rainy season up here. So eventually that will get mixed up with that, and the wind shear and the jet stream will just tear it off there towards the east. But hey, it's a tropical system. And you know what? It's been so quiet. Something to finally talk about, I suppose. As long as this doesn't cause problems in southern China, the rainy season already has been impacting out here. It's actually going to be some good news, really enhancing that monsoonal flow for Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. They've been in drought, even over towards the Philippines as well. As far as beyond this, though, there really isn't anything kicking up, guys. Things stay quiet out in the tropics. That's been the case for some time now. Expect things to change up too much, at least through the rest of May. Once we get into June, maybe we can get a little more active. But you can see there at the GFS, and we can flip over to the nav gem as well. Just showed you the ECMWF a moment ago. Long range models just indicate nothing forming out here. Tropic spotty showers just passing lows back there towards the north. So this is really the biggest topic probably of the month of May. Even heading into the early part of June here. So hey, it is what it is. All right, thanks for watching today's update with westernpacificweather.com, everybody. As always, stay safe out there. Really do appreciate your feedback down below. If you do want to put any comments there in the comment section, or just give me your feedback, check out our Facebook page as well at Westpac Weather, and of course the website westernpacificweather.com. All right.